Snakes shed their entire skin periodically as they grow. This should come off in one whole piece, like these ones here. They actually excrete an oil between the skin layers, so it's soft and slides off easily. This is why their eyes can go a cloudy blue colour and their skin colour dulls. These are just some of the signs that your snake is about to shed. This is Mel, the Weimar python. She's had a bad shed due to the low humidity in the air. It's been really cold here in Sydney and really dry, and these type of weather can contribute to these shedding issues. In this video I'll show you how I'm going to treat Mel and remove the rest of that skin. I'll also show you some other ways that you can do it for different types of snakes. Start by filling up a clean sink or plastic container, depending on the size of your snake. Fill it up with warm water. You don't want the water to be too hot or too cold, so between 30 and I would say 32, 33, just gives it some room to cool down. But 30 degrees Celsius is optimal temperature. Slowly place the snake into the warm water and let them soak for a few minutes. You may need to hold them in there. If you do have a plastic box, just put the lid on. Then I use my fingers for this, just gently rub the skin in the direction of the scales, so from head to tail is a lot more comfortable for the snake, but sometimes you can't do this. Instead of your fingers, you could also use a soft towel or cloth. You could even use a soft sponge. As you're moving your hand down the body, make sure you're not squeezing the snake too much, and just make sure that you're moving quite slowly as that skin comes off. Most snakes will tolerate this down their body, just it's around their head that gets a little bit tricky. If you're finding it hard to find where the shed is on the snake, put it under the water there and you can actually see the difference a lot easier. It's really important that you get the shed off the tail of the snake, especially right at the tip. If this is left on there too long, it can actually die and the tip of the tail may fall off. So it's really important, if you think your snake has fully shed, that you check the tip of its tail. I'm going to move upwards towards Mel's head now. This is a bit of a tricky bit. You can actually try starting from their nose and try to peel their nose scales back. If this is successful, just do it really gently with your finger and the eye caps will come off. You need to make sure that they're quite damp and make sure you do it really gently and don't force them. You may need to soak the snake a little bit longer and just rub your finger really gently over the top and that eye cap will come off when it's ready. Another way you can remove stuck shed off your snake is using a clean calico bag or pillowcase. You can just make sure you turn it inside out so that there's no strings or anything that can actually catch your snake while they're moving around inside. Wet the bag and just wring it out so it's not dripping wet. I'm going to put Mel into this bag. I'm going to put her back into her rack so it's warm, so she stays warm and humid. Put the snake in the bag, and I would leave it for probably half an hour to an hour, and just put the snake in, and as they move around in the bag, the shed will become soft and will rub off. An alternative method is to get a plastic box. In this case, I'm using Mel's enclosure in the rack. Put some paper towel down or any clean toweling, and just put some water on the bottom. So you don't want it too dry or too wet. And as they crawl around in there, it's really, really humid, and they will rub along the paper towels and the shed will come off as well. Again, I would probably leave them for half an hour to an hour. I sometimes leave mine overnight. There's another alternative, a small click-clack box. Just put in a damp towel. Make sure you have heat supplied. Put the hatchling in and just secure the lid. Leave it for half an hour to an hour.